when choosing your subjects, most of you base it off what your uni requires, and that makes sense because if your uni requires math HL, chem HL, you need to take those subjects. But a lot of times, you have the ability to pick 3 or 4 subjects yourself, so-called filler subjects, in the sense that you just need them to fill up those empty slots in your diploma, so you have the required 6 subjects. And one huge mistake that I made personally, and I think a lot of us make, is choosing a subject based off your friend. And it's only natural to want to do this, but let me tell you my experience with this matter. So, me and my best friend loved Bio HL. Like, we've always had Bio HL as our favorite subject, and we always wanted to take it at HL. And my friend freaked out when exams were coming, and he wanted to drop Bio to SL and bump up his language B, or second language, to HL, because that's required, right? You need to take a second language. And I considered this guy smarter than me. Okay, this guy would ace every single bio test, and the teacher would praise him. He would, his predicted grades were always sevens, and he's saying it's tough. Now, where does that leave me? Mind you, me and him planned on going to bio together. So when he said it's tough, I believed him. So I also started freaking out, and I talked to my coordinator, and I tried to follow him, and I started taking language BHL classes. And I was truly, truly considering switching to language B just because he moved out, and I thought, oh no, I can't do this subject myself. I needed my friend. But here's the problem with language B. I was terrible at language B. Like, I'm not kidding. I was bad in bio at that time. That guy would ace the subject. I was okay. I wasn't too good. Like, my teacher would say, you need to work hard. But I was bad in bio, but I was terrible in language B. And I'll give you an example. When I was thinking of switching to language BHL, I tried to act smart and wanted to ask my teacher, can I switch to language BHL in that local language? So I was like, in the local language. And I screwed up just saying that sentence. And my teacher laughed, and she said, you want to go survive this yourself? I'm not going to help you. It's already too late. But if you want to switch, you can switch. And I tried a couple of HL classes, and man, that was hard. So I thought, since I'm bad in both, I might as well join Lang B, because at least my friend could help me. We could power through it together. And this was my thinking, and the situation highlights something that we should all consider. It's that you and your friend have different abilities. My friend, he was pretty okay in the second language. Like, he wasn't amazing, but he had a really good base of it. Meanwhile, I didn't get the subject at all. I mean, I was taking the subject at SL, but I was struggling. I didn't have the fundamentals down. And in that situation, I had to make a decision, right? Because exams were coming, and this was IB2, second term, by the way. So honestly, I realized that when it really came down to it, at least I knew how to study bio. But I didn't know how I could study my second language. Like, it's like studying that language at HL would be like studying an entirely new subject for me. And mind you, at this time in IB2 second term, I hadn't gone through the bio HL syllabus. But I realized that if I pushed myself in bio, I could at least get a 5. But Lang B, even if I took a ton of tutoring sessions, I still wouldn't get the subject because I didn't have the fundamentals down. So it became apparent that if I put the same amount of effort, the same crazy amount of effort that I could in bio and in language B, if I kept both at HL of bio and HL language B, if I put the same amount of effort, I knew that I would make more progress putting in that effort in bio, just because my Lang B wasn't really good. So in the end, what I realized is that my ability of learning concepts and systems in bio is greater than my ability to memorize words in a language and understand grammatical structure and all the, like, I just didn't have that ability in me. So in the end, as much as I wanted to cry because I was in it alone, I did bio HL, and it worked out because in the end I got a 7. But it just illustrates, if I had taken the route with my friend and I would have gone to my Lang B HL class, I would have probably gotten a 7 by SL, but I would have tanked that subject. I would have probably gotten a 3 or a 4. You have to go with your abilities. If you don't, it's very, very later on, especially in the subjects, it's just a situation where it makes you want to break down. So mind your abilities more than what your friends are doing. That's extremely important. Now, Another reason that a lot of people want to join a class with their friends is they see it as an advantage, especially if you have a really smart friend. For example, if they have a smart friend in class, like let's say they were deciding between English SL, English HL, and they had this really, really literature, this guy who was amazing at English, and he was your best friend. And you would think, like, okay, if I join this class, my friend's gonna help me, and he's super smart, he can easily help me on this. And it's not wrong to assume that, because based on your relationship with your friend, most likely he's gonna help you more than a regular person. And even if they say, come on, man, I'll help you, we'll be in it together, anything, you can call me late at night, let's do the subject together. Think about it. Just think about it. When shit hits the fan and everybody's stressed because your eyes are approaching, your EEs are approaching, the deadlines, your exams are approaching, and everybody is extremely busy, how much help are you going to get when your friend has enough of his own problems to deal with? And even if they agree in a stressful time frame, like even if he's your best friend, he's like, yeah, don't worry, I always got your back. Do you think it's even right? Wouldn't you feel guilty taking him away from his study time to deal with your crap? I mean, think about it. I'd be stressful for everyone, and just because he can help you doesn't mean that he should, right? And it's different when you get help here and there, and maybe even sometimes if you have friends in the same subject, you may go to each other's house and pull all-nighters studying the subject together. But when you're fully relying on your friend, things can end really badly. And in the end, when you don't get the help that you need, right? Because you can't always expect help, right? I'm sorry, my transitions aren't the best, but you may end up frustrated because of the lack of help. And when you're in that situation, especially with IB and all that stress, you're gonna turn that frustration onto your friend, and that's gonna potentially ruin that relationship as well. So that's something I feel a lot of people should consider. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of warning signals before you choose your subjects, basing it off your friend. There is one case that I believe you should absolutely join a subject with your friend, but that's something that I also did in a certain way, and that's an entirely different video that I'm going to explain really, really in depth. But hopefully that video helped, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you don't agree, let me know in the comments. Different views foster different opinions, which may allow some people to benefit also. So hopefully that helped. Bye.